Good morning, my pen and ink and paper lovers, stationery enthusiasts, ASMR aficionados? I don't know. Welcome back to a video with me. I'm Aziza, I am Gourmet Pens, and I am going to introduce to you today a special pen, and it's special because it's an exclusive pen to Goldspot. So first of all, thank you to Goldspot Pens for sending this over so I could share with you and do like sweet, juicy writing samples, which are gonna come up next. The pen is this pen. It is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is their British Racing Green exclusive. So again, it's only available at Goldspot. I have the slim one. There is a full-size version, and I'll just explain the differences just in case you're not aware. The slim, of course, is a little smaller than a full size, and the only real difference is that it has a 14 karat nib instead of a 21 karat nib, and it's just a little bit smaller. So if you're looking for something smaller, you know, I'll do some size comparisons, but I have the slim. It's very comfortable for me. So what I want to do is explain to you why it's called British Racing Green, and Goldspot has a fantastic text, which I'm going to read to you because it's more sensible than me trying to figure out how to explain it without really knowing the history of British Racing Green, and now I do. Okay, so the most iconic color in the automotive world meets one of the most prestigious writing instruments in the Sailor professional gear, British Racing Green Special Edition fountain pen. In the early 1900s, Britain adopted an emerald green hue as their national racing identity. In 1911, a sailor friend from England introduced Mr. Kuyugoro Sakata to a fountain pen, starting a tradition of manufacturing fine writing instruments that would last over 100 years. Inspired by British racing heritage and the spirit of international competition, Sailor built a high-performance writing instrument with traditional emerald green PMMA resin. So that's this. And then lighter translucent accents that you can see there are located on the finials and grip section. There you go. And much like the polished chrome on classic cars, the Pro Gear British Racing Green is trimmed in gleaming silver rhodium appointments and topped off with a rhodium finished gold nib. It's actually a really like chill colorway. A lot of the Sailors that are coming out as exclusives are like popping colors, right? If you remember the Royal Tangerine and the Fresca Blue, which I love, so don't worry. But this one's much more like reserved and elegant. You know what I mean? The rhodium trim with the green looks really fantastic, and I think the contrast with the rhodium nib is just, it's beautiful. Like the rhodium looks fantastic. So, a little history of British Racing Green. At the turn of the 20th century, Grand Prix auto racing was just beginning. Wealthy newspaperman Gordon Bennett organized annual races that pitted nations against each other. The winner would host the subsequent race in a city of their home country. In 1903, it was England's turn. However, the law of the land prohibited any automobiles from exceeding a 12-mile-per-hour speed limit. Beep, beep, let me pass. The British moved the race to Ireland, where laws could accommodate road racing. As a tip of the hat to their neighborly hosts, the Brits darkened their napier. Oh, I should have read that word. Napier. Napier? Napier. 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 Help. The green race cars, which has since served as their national racing color. So now we have some history of British Racing Green. I didn't know that about moving into Ireland, and I thought that was kind of neat because I was like, oh, that does make sense. So although 12 miles per hour speed limit, interesting. So there we go. I have some sweet writing to do because it's a superb nib, as is my experience with Sailor. And it's a zoom nib. And then we're going to do some size comparisons so you can see how it stacks up against other pens in terms of its size and all that. So just so you know, the price, the street price of the Pro Gear Slim is $220 US, and for the full size, you're looking at $312 US. And just want to mention, starting Monday, November 23rd, Goldspot is having like a whole bunch of special offers. And then on Wednesday, November 25th, they're going to have a lineup of Clickbusters, which are pens that are like super discounted. And then they're going to have goodies on Black Friday and an epic Cyber Monday finale on November 30th. So I'll put the link below for you if you want to sign up for their newsletter for that. Like there's no commission or anything. I just thought maybe you want to check out sweet deals, because why wouldn't you want to do that? So there we go. We're going to go look at the British Racing Green Pro Gear Slim and some intimacies. And thank you so much to Goldspot for sending this over. Bye! Alrighty, let's look at the packaging for this new Sailor. It has really been a Sailor smorgasbord for 2020. Which might be the only good thing about 2020 so far. Anyway, Goldspot sent a bookmark. It's cute. It's got pretty retro pictures on it. I didn't even know these existed. Wow, those look delicious. Anyway, I read a lot, so bookmarks are always welcome. And here's our sleeve, distributed by Atoya. You know, just the basic protection. I'm going to drop that on the floor just because I need space. Sorry. And the new Sailor clamshell box with just, it's all firm, not squishy anymore. And it's got sharp corners and it's quite firm. Ah, there's no pen. Just kidding. Underneath, Sailor provides, okay, this is the sleeve that the pen came in, this very pretty other bookmark with the warranty details for North America. A Sailor ink converter, which I'm very pleased about because it'd be really annoying if it didn't come with a converter. The Sailor writing instrument package info thing, like how to fill, how to clean. If you are new to fountain pens, you should read this. If you are not new to fountain pens, but you don't really know how to look after your fountain pens, you should probably read this anyway. So there's that. And 2 black Sailor cartridges. Now these are just plain black and Sailor always sends these. I would really love to try, like it'd be really cool if they had other colors, but that's all right. It's a really nice black. It's a super nice ink. So at least there's that, and you can always reuse the cartridges because some people don't like the converter because it can be a bit small. So let's do this, move the box out of the way. Oops, sorry. That was me doing some writing. So here we have, I'm gonna have to zoom out, sorry. So we can just quickly look at it. I just want to show you the size. It is a Pro Gear Slim. Let's open that lid. And this is how the Slim stacks up. So we have an Esterbrook SD in the regular size, which shocked me because it was longer than the Mont Blanc 149. You have a Lamy Safari, a Platinum 3776 Century, a Pilot Falcon Metal, a Sailor Pro Gear, a Pelican M200, actually it's M205, the Sailor Pro Gear Slim British Racing Green that we're going to look at. Another Sailor Pro Gear Slim that I don't know why I put in here. It's just that it's inked and pretty. And a Kaweco Sport. So it's definitely on the smaller end of the fountain pen spectrum, but it is not tiny. It's not a pocket pen. So let's pluck this from its little nesting home thingy. And we can look at it in a bit more detail. So, you have probably seen me review Sailors before, but they keep it exciting because they keep releasing new colors. And this is a Goldspot exclusive. This is the British Racing Green. And it is $220 US at Goldspot, and you can get the like the standard 7 fun nibs, so extra fine, fine, medium, broad, zoom, music. And if any of you are going to take a guess on which nib I got, you're probably not going to have that hard a time figuring it out. However, let's look at this. It's a lot of reflection, sorry about that. So the finial is like a light, like translucent green, same as the end, and the what is this thing called? The the section is like matching, the matching light greenish. So there you can see how it stacks up. The body is it's not translucent, but it reminds me, if you've seen the Pro Gear Ocean, it's kind of got this, like, I don't know, it doesn't look like super solid material, but it is. But right up, okay, oh no, it's not. Okay, so you can see kind of through the cap there. So it's got a little touch of translucency, but just like a very little bit. I don't see the nib, but I do see, just generally, I can see through the top of the cap. So I like that. I think it adds a bit of, not luster, but just like depth to this. Like, it adds something to it. So it's not just a flat color. Rhodium trim on this particular one, and I have already inked this with the very cute little sailor convert. It's actually just the regular converter. Some people don't care about the converter because it doesn't hold that much ink. I personally don't mind. I prefer it to the cartridges because I don't like refilling cartridges, because I don't want to have to dig out a syringe and fill it. I think the converters are easy to clean and they're just low maintenance. So there's that. Nice and silent in there. And this is unposted, as you can see. Very decent size. I actually use these unposted, but if you prefer, you can absolutely use it posted. It's still pretty comfortable, not particularly heavy, or the balance, like, it's not really weirdly balanced. A little towards the back. If you have large hands, you probably want to post it. And if you also have large hands, maybe consider the section diameter. Maybe you want to consider the regular size Pro Gear. But honestly, I think it's pretty comfortable unless you have really large hands or really small hands. I think it's very accessible and usable for many of us. Now, if you guessed the zoom nib, you guessed correctly. That is the option. I'm trying to just block this second light. Sorry. It's really gloomy today, so trying to light up the hood, you know. Okay, so I got the zoom nib. It is a 14 karat nib, round breather hole, single slit. It's got the, the sailor engravings. There's nothing different about the engravings on this nib. The side says Z for Ziza, that's me. Also Z for zoom. Plastic feed, massive blob of tipping. Oh yeah, perfect for just delectable, delicious hand lettering, correspondence, and also for grinding, should you have a nibmeister in mind. Very, very nice. So, how's about we get down and dirty with this pen? I'm sorry, I won't say things like that. I shouldn't be allowed to speak. So let's do, okay, I'm gonna just rearrange so that we can do this more comfortably and I can make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. So we have the sailor, Pro Gear Slim. This is I'm writing from the side just so that you can see my writing. This is the Goldspot British Racing Green. We have a 14 karat zoom nib, and the ink, so delicious and wet. The ink is Sailor Manio let me do this so I make sure I spell it properly. Shirakashi. Pretty sure I got that right. So it's kind of like a weird, dirty green brown, which I really like, and I thought it would make a pretty good match. It's not a good match as it turns out, but I like it anyway. So the zoom nib. Now the tipping gives you the option of having different widths with the writing. So I'm going to show you. If we write up high, we're using just a small piece of tipping, so we get just a thinner line. Okay, and if we just lower it a little bit, you just get a bit of a thicker line. And keep going, just drop it down a little bit more, and you will find it gets broader and broader, as you can see. Now, it does have a bit of feedback. You could probably hear it. It's not at all scratchy, like not even a tiny bit. So what you're hearing is just the feedback. It's honestly perfectly tuned out of the box. No issues. All I did was flush it, which is what I do with every single pen I get, even if it has been used. I always just flush it out with some very dilute dish soap and then with water so that I know all pens are receiving the same treatment. Now, let's do this. Oh man, that's such a sweet round line. Keeps up easily with fast writing, and should you enjoy it, you can use it for reverse writing. I mean, it's not particularly pleasant, but what you can also do is have a nibmeister. A nibmeister can tune the back and the front for you and kind of make whatever you want. So, super cool. Super cool. Seriously, I am obviously a bit biased because I'm a huge Sailor fan. I have several in my pen case, and I really love the zoom nib. And although in some ways I wish they would stop making pretty colors, I also enjoy it because it is a splurge, but you know, it's like within reason. You know, I'm not collecting like Prada bags or something. And so, as the pen addict says, there are worse addictions. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. And I think before we go, I'm actually going to drop down and give you some sexy side shots of the writing. So let's do that. Hello, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that sweet, juicy angle. And thank you kindly to Goldspot for sending this pen over so I can review it, share it with you, and just go on and on about how delicious Sailor Zoom nibs are. And such an elegant color. Like, it's just, everyone can use this, you know? It's not like my sparkly pink ones where not everybody likes pink and not everybody likes sparkles or clear pens. This one's just bang on. So thank you, and I will include a link down below if you want to go check it out. And I hope this was useful. I hope this was fun, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and we will see you next time.